Dallas Card Show recap. Here we go. I picked up about 7 cards this past weekend, did a lot of wheeling, a lot of dealing. I went Thursday, I went Friday, I went Saturday. I did not stay for trade night on Saturday night. I did not spend the night in the hotel like I usually do, and we did not hit the floor on Sunday. So I got all my deals in Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It was quick, it was efficient, and it was fun. I'll just move quickly right into this so I can keep this video short. First off, on Thursday, the only card I picked up was this Pat Mahomes 2017 Prism rookie. It is a silver, but it's also a base because in 2017, Panini had the bright idea to make all the rookie cards silver. That being said, this still is a low pop in a 10 because the rookies, especially the Mahomes rookies, have dimple issues, and so to find a clean copy, I think the pop count's under 1,000. I gave a Jason Tatum green Prism PSA 10 with a Mike Baker gold authenticated diamond and 2K. The comps we were working off of this were around 3,700, which put in line with the Tatum and the cash right at 3,700. After his game on Sunday where he shredded the Arizona Cardinals and proved that he is the best quarterback in the league, this has jumped up over 4K. I think the last one did 4,100. This is for a PC, so I'm not really too concerned with comps. I was happy to be able to get a full cash value on the Tatum in trade toward this. So yeah, this is going in the PC. I've been doing a lot of Mahomes pickups this offseason, and I just wanted to get, you know, a simple PSA 10 Prism rookie. Next, this was the first pickup on Saturday. Witt Jr. Green Shimmer PSA 10 Auto Authentic, which is curious. And it is the Topps certified auto. I mean, that's not an aftermarket auto. You can see there. I don't know why the whoever graded this chose to just get the auto authenticated. It's clearly a clean auto. It's a 10 auto. So I'll address this at some point. I don't know whether I'll send it in and get PSA just to take off the authentic auto. If it's cheaper, I might do that. If it costs the same, I'll probably just have them grade and go for the 10-10. But on this pickup, I traded a Trae Young Optic White Sparkle PSA 9 and cash. And I've had this White Sparkle tray for a while now. I traded into it at about 1,800 about a year and a half ago, before the 2021 season. And ever since I acquired it, it just has crashed. Of course, trade was, played less than inspiring basketball last season. But still, White Sparkle doesn't help that it's a PSA 9, so I had no problem getting off that card. He picked that card out as a potential piece to move for this, or toward this, and we checked the last comp. There was a $1,450 comp on the trade, but it looked like it hadn't been paid for. And then there was an $880 comp, which was brutally low. I told him, look, that's so low, I probably won't be able to work off of that comp. Essentially, I was going to walk away from the deal as much as I didn't want to. I had to gain some leverage. I had to test a little where he was at with that Trae Young. I mean, he did pick it out, so I figured that he might, bump up the trade value from the 850 or 880 that the last comp was, depending on how much he wanted it and how much he wanted to move this. And I told him I'd close the gap in cash. So he actually did come up to 1,100 trade value. The last comp on this was 2,250 in late August. Once was a 6K card in April, but we all know what happened to Witt Jr.'s market. It's cratered, and I love it because I sold all my Witts early before the season, or traded them, and then I was able to get back into him at a fraction of the price. I love him as a player. He's a Dallas native. I love his game. I love him. He just has a great attitude, a big bright smile, and a mullet. So I'll continue to collect his cards. I was happy to add this. I'll have to address the authentic auto at some point, but yeah, for a bit of cash and a Trae Young white sparkle, I'm in that deal all day. Next, this was, so yeah, I guess that was the only pickup on Friday. Next, as I'm walking into the show on Saturday morning, bright and early, around 9 a.m., I'm walking in off of the garage and walking down the long hallway to go to the main room, and there's tables on either side of the hallway. I'm just kind of looking over and seeing what's there, and I come across these two Garbage Pail Kid sketch cards, Dan BW color sketch card from the American as Apple Pie set. If you're familiar with Garbage Pail Kids sketch cards, you'll know that Dan BW was a very popular artist, did a few sets, and then kind of dropped off. He's over in the UK, and he does not draw anymore for Topps or for Garbage Pail Kids, and so this was a nice find. You don't find his color stuff much at all. You don't find his stuff much at all, especially at a predominantly sports card show. And also, this is an Atom Bomb. Anything Atom Bomb sells for good money. Kathy Razum, I think, is this artist's name. I mean, I know who she is. I'm just not really confident on how I pronounce her name. Razm. But she's well known within the Garbage Pail Kid fandom. And this Atom Bomb sketch is just clean. I know it's only black and white, but I love that clean comic book style. Very, just very, very cute, for lack of a better word. I actually got these for $190 total. The price on this was $150, and she wanted $100 on this. I talked her down from $250 total to $190. I feel like that's a steal, and these will go into the PC. More pickups on Saturday. Let me take this out of the plastic because this card is gorgeous. This is a game-used on-card auto from 2016 National Treasures Dirk Nowitzki Clutch Factor, and it's a beautiful, gorgeous. I mean, that patch pops right off the card, right out of that window, and it is in fact game-used. Got this for $900 cash. He had $12.50 sticker on it. I talked him down. The thing about Dirk Nowitzki game-used autos and patches is that they just don't pop up. The good ones are probably in their forever homes. You can find some decent game-used patch autos for around 6 to 8, but something like this, I believe, could command near 2K. I'll never know because I'm not going to sell it. I love Dirk, probably my favorite athlete, definitely my favorite basketball player, and this is going straight into the PC. Couldn't believe that I was able to acquire this, couldn't believe it was sitting in the guy's showcase, and couldn't believe that he was willing to come down off his $12.50 asking price. Next, as I was leaving Friday night, I have these in the wrong order. The sketches should have come later because the Dirk and the CeeDee were both Friday night pickups. I know that, or Friday pickups. I know that for a fact. As I was leaving, and I got the sketches Saturday morning anyway. As I was leaving on Friday, the show had already ended, and there was an impromptu trade night starting in the hallway. I was walking out. I saw a young guy that had this CeeDee Lamb Prism White Sparkle PSA 10. He had 2K cash value on it, and that was way out of bounds. This is probably more like a $1,300 card. I ended up getting in it at $15. I gave a Prism Trae Young base rookie auto PSA 9. I also gave a DeAndre Hopkins Prism Color Blast and $300. Where I think I won a little bit on this deal, we used recent comps on the Trae. It was like $850 or $900, but there hadn't been a comp on the DeAndre Hopkins. But his market's it's not what it once was. You got your DeAndre Hopkins fans, and I think this kid was one of them. But he gave me $500 value on that card. It had no business being that high, so that helped close the gap on this. like I said, $300 to get in this with a couple of cards that I could care less about was a no-brainer. I know the Cowboys are struggling. I know CD is struggling, but it doesn't matter. Any Prism White Sparkle PSA 10 of an offensive threat for the Cowboys is money. Next. This was the green Josh Allen I was trying to move the entire show. And I couldn't do it. 20K or best offer. Hit me up if you're interested. The next pickup of the show was this. I've been looking for one of these blue First Bowman O'Neal Cruz cards. There was one guy I found on Instagram. He wanted 3K for a PSA 10. I thought that was high. He told me he ended up selling it for that at the Dallas Card Show. And good for him getting that, because that just makes the comps on this card, just makes my deal seem even sweeter. This is a Gem Mint Plus 395s and a 10 on the blue First Bowman out of 150. I paid $1,000 for this. I also got a PSA 9. I won in an auction. It hasn't arrived yet, but it's coming at $500. So to get a Gem Mint Plus, he is heating back up, and he's going to be a great player. Of course, he's going to be buried in Pittsburgh a little bit, but this Dodger Blue First Bowman card is just amazing. My son loves this guy, so this was kind of a pickup for him and me, but at 1K I couldn't turn it down. Next. Well, this is a special card, obviously. Talked about how much I love Dirk. And I hadn't owned a gold Dirk, let alone a 2015 Prism. Select PSA 10. Saw this at a table. Guy had a $1,500 price tag on it. But he told me he was motivated to move it. He said he'd give it to me at $1, which was $200 less than he's into it for. And I couldn't say no. I didn't want to go all cash, so I asked him to look through my cards. And he picked out a Jaylen Brown green PSA 10 Prism rookie. I have 3 of those, or had 3 of those, so I didn't mind coming off of one. Although the comps on that card right now are about $450. It just pains me to say that his market has cratered, and it's not fun to think about. Jason Tatum's green Prism PSA 10s are doing about $1,800. You're going to have a hard time convincing me that Jason Tatum is 4 times the player that Jaylen Brown is. That might be an actual good buy at this point. If you can find Jaylen Brown's green color match Prism PSA 10 for anywhere under $500, you might think about picking that up. But so I added the brown and about $600 to get to just over 1K on this. This is going into PC. This is a beautiful card, and this also helped, I think, loosen the dealer up for this next deal, because this one took about an hour and a half to complete. I walked away from the table at least twice, came back, begrudgingly added cash, but I couldn't walk out the door knowing I was close on this card, because it would just kill me. So I had to do what I had to do. And I picked up this amazing 2018 Immaculate, first off the line, premium edition, Luka Doncic RPA on card. Beautiful auto. It's acetate. It's to 24. And it's sealed. Came as a redemption. Was first off the line, as I mentioned. And there have only been 2 graded. So 2 graded plus this one means there's at least 3 of these out in the wild. I tried to research this as much as possible after I purchased it. And to me, it seems like there's just not many of these out there. Matter of fact, the only ones of note that I could really find were there was a couple Sheas, there was a couple Trae Youngs, but you don't see any John Morants, no Zions. These first off the line Immaculate acetate premium edition rookies are so candy that I think people put them away. Now, the comp on this, or the price I had to get to, was $17, which seems high. He had two other ones that were numbered to 99, and they were out of the regular hobby boxes. And he was willing to take 9 on one, I think, and 11 on the other. And that's right in line with comps. He said he was offered $30K for this before the season started last season, and I believe him. I've looked up this card, and there was a premium window that sold for 60-something K, and there are comps of this card, I believe, at around 26 a few months back. Anyhow, long story short, I don't think that there are many of these out there. I think there are probably a lot sitting in first off the line boxes with expired redemptions, and I wouldn't touch that product with a 10-foot pole because the main hit in that product is a redemption, that being the Luka RPA. So I'm not sure how wax markets work when the redemptions, especially redemptions of the main rookies, are expired. I'm not sure how Panini would handle that. Would it be a white box? Would it be a black box? Would they make it right and send you one that they've held back because it's such a big card? I don't know, and I don't want to find out, but I'll tell you what, I had to do whatever I had to do to get this card. And so he liked my Joe Burrows, and he liked a purple Julio Rodriguez PSA 10. So essentially I gave a Contenders Joe Burrow PSA 10 auto, 2 silver Prism non-auto rookie Joe Burrow PSA 10s, and a Julio Rodriguez purple first Bowman PSA 10 rookie, and $5K for this. That's the part that hurt. But like I said, I couldn't let it go once I got close. The Contenders Burrow, sadly, was comping at about 4. The silvers were about 2 each, and then the Julio was at 4, so that got me to 12, and I closed the rest in cash. But this will never leave my hand until it is sold by my son after I've been put in the ground. Sad to think about, but yeah, this is a forever card. And wouldn't you know that the next day Joe Burrow goes out and completely shits the bed, which I was somehow rooting for because I've gotten off all my Joe Burrow cards. It's weird how the rooting interests of collectors can change from week to week, but definitely changed for me. Now I'm rooting on Luka to come into camp thin, come into camp after he's won that Euro tournament or whatever that's going on over there between him and Giannis and Jokic. But there you have it. This video is approaching 20 minutes. I don't even know if anyone's still watching. I'm sorry that I talked so much, but there was just so much to say. It was an amazing 3 days. I didn't get to do the trade night on Saturday night, like I said, so who knows what other deals I left on the table. But when I got home Saturday evening, I had the card headache. You know the card headache you get after you've just been looking at comps and looking at prices and walking the floor and talking to guys and yada, yada, yada. So I did not mind missing the trade night on Saturday night. But there's a show in town at the end of this month, a smaller show in Arlington, and I'm sure I'll be juiced back up and ready to go again. Running out of cards to move. It's like my whole collection is becoming one giant PC, but we'll forge ahead, won't we? So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. If you do get a chance to come to Dallas from out of town, I had a friend, Wes, come into town from Washington, D.C., had a blast. It was good to see him. Met on Instagram, been talking for a year now, and then finally met face-to-face, got to hang out all weekend, and he did some damage as well. Wes, why don't you do a video showing your pickups? You got a lot of stories to tell. Anyway, see you guys. Appreciate it. See you on the next one.